coronavirus.
COVID-19
of a global pandemic.
A huge spike in cases in...
There's no question that COVID-19 will go down as one of the worst and deadliest pandemics in history. With the coronavirus came the dangerous and widespread circulation of false information. In fact, this deliberate misinformation seems to have spread faster than the virus itself.
The last few weeks, some people have been saying online that the virus is harmless or even that it doesn't exist.
Numerous sites and groups online have been falsely claiming that this virus is a result of some sort of biological warfare, some sort of bioweapon, or even created by the pharmaceutical industry to try to sell more vaccines.
One particularly persistent falsehood: 5G mobile networks transmit COVID-19.
With so much fear and uncertainty about the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of the disease, people are steering further away from the truth.
Need to microwave your mail to kill the COVID-19 virus.
Adults are now buying breast milk because some believe that it can protect them from COVID-19.
Some people are wondering if you can protect yourself from the virus by gargling with bleach.
What?
Silver solution would be effective. God gave us this product.
Can you get the coronavirus by eating Chinese food?
Such disinformation, conspiracy theories, and fake news have had tangible implications in global health. It's increased public distrust of news media, medical experts, and governments.
To date, thankfully, 0 people in the United States of America have died from the coronavirus.
The Democrats are politicizing the coronavirus. And this is their new hoax.
This virus is the common cold. Why do you think this is COVID-19? This is the 19th coronavirus.
A lot of this inaccurate and misleading information about COVID-19 have had to do with vaccines, and it's exacerbated vaccine hesitancy and anti-vaccination movements.
According to the CDC, the daily average for vaccinations has dropped 20% since the start of the month, a worrying trend.
Don't come knocking on my door with your Fauci ouchie. You leave us the hell alone.
So maybe it doesn't work and they're simply not telling you that maybe none of this is really about COVID. Maybe it's about social control.
Basically, anyone taking these vaccines is going to have neurological disorders within 1 year. Most of the people taking the vaccine will be dead within 10. It creates plaque in your brain. It gives you Alzheimer's.
But crucially, and once again, all of this misinformation is simply not true. It's risking and costing human lives, and it's threatening our democracy and society.
99% of the people dying from COVID right now are unvaccinated.
So then is the goal here just to create panic or discontent?
Yeah, chaos is the point.
COVID-19 misinformation isn't just a US problem, it's a global phenomenon.
In countries like Brazil, where President Jair Bolsonaro has repeatedly urged citizens to ignore public health warnings.
A Hindu group hosted a cow urine drinking party in India. They believed this would help prevent a COVID-19 infection, as many Hindus consider the cow sacred.
Had China acted immediately instead of covering up, it's estimated that 95% of the eventual pandemic could have been prevented.
The Chinese government and state media actively silenced medical workers and downplayed the initial Wuhan outbreak. This almost certainly helped the disease to spread in the first place. And the Chinese Communist Party continues to censor and suppress any negative information against the government's response. I studied abroad in Beijing, and I remember living through those early years of the pandemic lockdowns. What's utterly shocking is that China is still enforcing its stringent zero-COVID policies despite mounting public frustration. 3 years into the pandemic, and there's no end in sight for China's extreme draconian restrictions. Just because the United States and the developed world has largely recovered from the pandemic doesn't mean it's over for the rest of the world. Sure, we may be in a better state than 3 years ago, but take a look around. People are dying in other countries that don't have access to vaccines of any kind. Most low-income countries may have to wait until 2024 to have vaccines. We might think we're done with COVID-19, but COVID-19 is not done with us. So what do we do going forward? If there's anything this pandemic has taught us, it's to actively keep an eye out for misinformation and work to improve our digital literacy. And we must all help each other and look out for one another in such times of crisis. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and until the entire globe is ridden of COVID, none of us will be safe or at peace. We really are all in this together. Thanks so much for watching the CHOI channel. I'm Guman Eric Choi. Take care, and I'll see you next time.